Hi, I'm Sleepy Floyd.
Floyd's out there slicing people up with a sword.
Can you repeat that?
Ready to get your mind blown by what 2025 has in store for the big screen? From epic sci-fi worlds and superhero showdowns to long-awaited sequels and jaw-dropping originals. These are the films everyone's already talking about, and you're about to find out why. But here's the twist. We're not just listing the usual suspects. We've dug through teasers, early reviews, and industry buzz to bring you the ultimate list of blockbusters, cult favorites in the making, and hidden gems you'll absolutely love. So grab your popcorn and silence your phones, because this is the most anticipated films of 2025 you'll love. Let's roll. Marvel's first family is finally getting the treatment they deserve. Set in a slick, retro-futuristic version of the 1960s, Fantastic Four First Steps introduces a bold new chapter for Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm. But this isn't your average superhero origin story. Director Matt Shakman is throwing them straight into cosmic chaos as they take on Galactus, a planet-devouring god, portrayed by the intimidating Ralph Ineson. And let's not forget his mysterious and silver-streaked Herald, played by the ever-enigmatic Julia Garner. As Earth's destruction looms, the team must learn to trust each other like never before. It's family versus the fate of the world, and it gets personal with retro sci-fi vibes, high-stakes action, and emotional core drama. This isn't just a reboot, it's a rebirth. And if you thought the universe was in danger there, wait till you see what one man can do with a mind built for war and a heart full of revenge.
Take it. Take it!
Aye.
Point it at my chest! Do it now! Put your finger on the trigger. You can't do what I do no matter how much I train you. You're just not a killer, Charlie.
Revenge is personal, especially when you're a CIA codebreaker with nothing left to lose. Rami Malek stars as Charlie Heller, a low-level CIA decoder who spends his days in a windowless office until tragedy strikes when his wife is killed in a London terrorist attack and the agency turns its back. Charlie turns rogue, but don't mistake him for an action hero. His weapon isn't a gun, it's his mind. What follows is a globe-spanning hunt for justice, as Heller uses his cryptographic genius to outwit both terrorists and intelligence agencies alike. Now, from decoding secrets on the ground to dodging bullets in the sky, we're flying into one of 2025's wildest rides.
Open the door.
1 second!
Imagine being trapped on a 15-hour flight with killers on board. That's the brutal setup in Fight or Flight, a white-knuckle thriller starring Josh Hartnett as disgraced CIA operative Lucas Reyes. Given one last shot at redemption, Reyes is tasked with locating a mysterious figure known only as the Ghost, who just so happens to be sitting somewhere on this commercial flight from Bangkok to San Francisco. But things take a savage turn when it's revealed that the plane is swarming with assassins from rival agencies, all with orders to eliminate both Reyes and the Ghost before landing. With 37,000 feet of sky between them and safety, every move counts. What follows is a high-altitude showdown full of brutal hand-to-hand combat, claustrophobic tension, and a race against time.
Everyone here has done bad things. Shadow ops, robbing government labs, contract kills.
Yeah, so?
So, someone wants us gone.
Forget what you know about superheroes. Thunderbolts is where Marvel dives deep into betrayal, manipulation, and psychological chaos. When Yelena Belova destroys a lab in Malaysia to bury a dirty CIA secret, she unwittingly pulls the pin on a grenade that detonates the Thunderbolts team into existence. But this isn't just about covert ops or government lies. It's about survival. Valentina de Fontaine sends Yelena, U.S. agent John Walker, Ghost, and Taskmaster on a suicide mission to erase her involvement in a rogue superhuman experiment. But when everything goes sideways, they uncover Bob, a man presumed dead, who's now the ticking time bomb known as Sentry. And just when you think you've seen it all, Bob's dark alter ego, the Void, unleashes a supernatural apocalypse over New York City. This film takes Marvel's formula and turns it upside down. If you're tired of clean-cut Avengers, Thunderbolts is the beautifully broken chaos you've been waiting for, from the darkness of Manhattan's soul to something even more otherworldly. What happens when a mall shooting turns into a war for the afterlife?
You are the gatekeeper. You're the only one with the power to close the gates of hell. Are you ready, Jake?
You think you've seen supernatural thrillers before? Think again. Rebirth Home Sweet Home flips every expectation on its head. After a brutal mass shooting at a mall, police officer Jake wakes up in the Hindrance, a mystical realm where time, memory, and reality blur. Guided by a cryptic novice monk played by Alexander Lee, Jake must navigate a dreamlike world of shifting landscapes, forgotten regrets, and spiritual warfare. His mission: stop the powerful occultist mech from opening the gates of hell and save his wife, Prang, before she's lost forever. This isn't your typical heaven and hell showdown. It's part psychological mind trip, part Eastern mythology, and part emotional gut punch, with surreal visuals, haunting soundscapes, and themes of redemption, trauma, and sacrifice. Rebirth is both terrifying and deeply human. And that title, Home Sweet Home, let's just say, not all homes are safe, and not all rebirths are gentle. Y'all better hold on to your hats, because Gunslingers is bringing Nicolas Cage back to the frontier, and this time, he's bringing hell with him.
There's fire in hell, Mary. Fire! Putting up a hell of a fight.
When the most wanted man in America resurfaces in a dusty Kentucky town, it triggers a violent domino effect: blood feuds, family betrayal, a town caught in the crossfire. With a price on his head and enemies at every corner, Cage's gunslinger takes justice into his own weathered hands, and he's got nothing to lose. Directed with gritty realism and a lightning-fast pace, Gunslingers blends classic Western tropes with modern action flair. It's got everything: morally gray characters, high-stakes duels, and bullet-riddled showdowns that'll leave your jaw on the floor. Oh, and did we mention Stephen Dorff and Heather Graham? The cast is stacked, and the story hits harder than a shotgun blast to the chest. This one's not just a Western revival, it's a cinematic reckoning.
What the hell does he want with us? Finish those missions. Simple as that. What's next?
Location: Dakar, Senegal. The sun rises, and two American men wake up confused. There's one problem: bombs are strapped to their chests. Zero isn't just a thriller, it's a pressure cooker. These two men, complete strangers, are forced into a deadly game, taking orders from a mysterious voice over their phones. With every second ticking, they're pulled deeper into a chaos that threatens not just their lives, but an entire country. As they race through the streets of Dakar, chased by both the police and a rising public frenzy, Zero balances pulse-pounding suspense with profound questions. Who are they really? Why them? And who is pulling the strings? But if you thought Zero was intense, get ready to fly higher, because our next film is literally out of this world.
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
The cape is back, and it's not just flapping in the wind. It's cutting through decades of cinematic legacy. James Gunn is rebooting the Man of Steel with Superman, and this isn't your dad's Superman. David Corenswet dons the red and blue, bringing a fresh yet nostalgic take on Clark Kent, caught between two worlds, his Kryptonian roots and his small-town Kansas upbringing. This film isn't just about saving the day. It's about redefining what truth, justice, and the human way mean in a cynical, divided world. With Lex Luthor lurking, public trust at an all-time low, and Superman questioning his place in the world, we're looking at a hero at his most vulnerable, and maybe his most powerful. Expect high-flying action, meaningful heartbeats with Lois Lane, and jaw-dropping cameos from across the DC universe.
I'd like to go hunting.
Will this be a large or small game hunt?
Large.
You know the John Wick universe doesn't sleep, and in Ballerina, it gets deadlier and more dazzling. Ana de Armas stars as Eve Macaro, a ballerina trained not just to pirouette, but to kill. Set during the events of John Wick, Chapter 3, Ballerina dives into the underworld's grittiest corners, while spotlighting the mysterious Ruska Roma syndicate. But this isn't just stylized action, it's deeply personal. When Eve loses her best friend to a brutal hit, she doesn't mourn. She moves across the shadowy streets of France, through opulent opera houses and underground safe houses. She dances her way through revenge. It's sleek, it's savage, it's everything you love about Wick, with a hauntingly feminine twist. Now, before we hit number 1, let's give a standing ovation to some films that almost made the cut, but still pack serious punch. Freaky Tales. Shadow Force.
Cold shot. Show me what you got. That was amazing. Don't be mad. I was always a better shot.
Havoc.
Your son just started a gang war. They just want to shoot him dead. That's the end of his story.
I make one phone call. You go down for life. Get him back.
Borderline.
I miss you a lot.
All right, it's time. You've waited long enough. Our #1 most anticipated movie of 2025 is a jaw-dropping blend of horror, history, and heroic sacrifice.
I am your way out. Don't cry. It's all better now.
From Black Panther and Creed visionary Ryan Coogler, and starring powerhouse Michael B. Jordan, Sinners is pure cinematic fire. Set in the 1930s Mississippi, Sinners weaves a chilling tale of music, race, and the supernatural. When twin brothers return home to escape their criminal pasts, they find that what awaits them is far more terrifying than anything in Chicago. Vampires, Klansmen, and a musical legacy that holds unspeakable power. There's a juke joint at the center of it all, where the music isn't just catchy, it's magical and dangerous. Which of these are you dying to see first? Drop your picks in the comments.